Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 7 minutes past 10 on Friday night. A cold Friday night in the west of Ireland, no doubt, is the same all over. It would be a great night to be wearing a kilt. As the fellow said one time, if you're wearing a kilt, if you didn't know where the wind was blowing from, you definitely would know where it was blowing to. Up the leg, he said. Blanket of white this morning. I got a big hop. I didn't realise there was so much snow forecast. So I cancelled a drive that I had planned. Didn't bother. Roads were treacherous. I heard a lot of cars broke down and in drains and whatever. No clue how to drive some of them at all. They won't slow down. I see there is an inspection for Leopardstown on Sunday, tomorrow, and there's one for Navan in the morning. I didn't look at Navan as a result because I was talking to someone up in that neck of the woods and they were saying it didn't look good for tomorrow, and I didn't hear anything since. If it does go ahead, if I do fancy anything, I'll stick it up at some point in the morning. Darren Aylward, he said he had 2 tickets for Sunday if anybody wants them, so leave a comment if you want them and get in contact or something, because it's a pity if somebody is going that mightn't be, they mightn't have seen the comment. Just get in touch and avail of that. I got an email actually to say if I wanted to go for free Monday, just show my ticket from Christmas, but I'm afraid I deleted that after Christmas. But it wasn't after the DRF, it was the Christmas ticket, I said. I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't going to go Monday anyway. I might go Sunday yet. Probably not. Today we had one in Jebel Ali, well gambled on. A lot of money for it late on. It was 7s into 100 to 30. He rode it like a non-stayer, riding it to get the trip, Jim Crowley, and it didn't stay. It came with looking to make a run about a furlong out, but didn't stay. Lucky probably to stay in. Well, he finished 5th. 365 was paying 5. Money back and a small bit of profit on that. Base Note left his race after him in the stalls. He normally breaks better. He was rowing on. You can't win from that far back in Lingfield, which was a pity. I thought he might place. He finished 7th, I think. He's only a length and a half out of the money, but if he had broke better, I mean, you have to break better in Lingfield, because you can't make up ground before the turn for home, and then it's pot luck on the run and run to the line. And then the 2 races after that, 2 horses went out in front and they never were seen again. And that Tanganyika that won that race, that was pulled up or fell. It fell at the last in the race that Hermino was 3rd the last day. And I was going on that form, and that's all you can go on. And it had ran on the ground before, and it just ran terrible today. One of Venetia's, of course, on heavy ground, she's lethal. And Liberated Light, something similar, late money for it as well, to show that it was a bit fancied. They let it off in front, a horse that had won over hurdles before. Got placed all right, but bit of profit on the 10 to 1. That actually went out to 14 to 1 today, and then it came back in again. But sort of frustrating. I just flicked through the comments there to see if there was any newcomers. Adam O'Reilly was on before, I think last October, but he wasn't too happy about the run in Dundalk. Anyway, tomorrow we have I'm going on there's supposed to be a lot of rain and it's gone eastward, so there's going to be heavy ground in places tomorrow. But we'll go first to 2 bus horses. A bus horse to newcomers is a horse that we backed the last time it ran and it won for us, and Some Scope fits that category. Now he's up £10. He's gone up like from a class 4 to a class 2. It's a big rise, but it's over the same course. But an up and trip is no harm. If you remember the run the last day, he was out the back of the television, and some people, he drifted out in price a bit too, but he came with a withering run up the middle of the track, before the second last, and he won by 7.5 in the finish. So the step up and trip will suit.
They race on now down towards the second from home. The Ferrymaster now claimed by Some Scope towards the near side. Some Scope jumps into the lead. The Ferrymaster rallies towards the inside. A break of 4 lengths to head on, and then Gold Link followed next by Oscar Robertson. They race down towards the 18th and final fence. Some Scope is at it now, and he puts in a beautiful jump at the last. He's clear of the Ferrymaster in second. Gold Link is in third, and racing inside the final half furlong. It didn't look likely for much of the 3 miles, and he was a long last early, but Some Scope in the end is going to simply romp home.
It's a good race tomorrow. Like as I said, it's a Class 2, the Grimthorpe Chase. Carry lightweight Gavin Sheehan. Gavin hasn't that many winners lately, but he's a Saturday man. The last 14 days, 1 out of 21. Not hectic, Gavin. So sleep well tonight and get that horse home for us tomorrow. Let's check the betting. Does he know? That done us a turn a good while ago. He knew that day. And but first time cheap pieces. We have a light weight, so he's 3-1 favourite. Big jump them out to 7 or 8 to 1. But hopefully he can run well for us. The other one then won for us last Saturday, Netywell. It has won 3 for us. It is up £7 for winning last Saturday in Newcastle. This was the only race I seen last Saturday. Heavy ground. Bit of decent old yardstick there, Cornerstone Lad.
Then with the noseband is Duo Doncaster, Cornerstone Lad behind those. 3 fences to jump. Mr. Grey Sky, Netywell, drawing level now and trying to go on. In fact, does so as they come to the third last. Netywell just to Mr. Grey Sky. Duo Doncaster's 2 lengths behind him. Cornerstone Lad is next. They've 2 fences to go. Netywell with about a neck advantage, but Mr. Grey Sky is battling on there against the running well. They are now clear from Duo Doncaster. Netywell now going on by 2 lengths as they head to the last. Netywell now 3 lengths ahead. Final fence, Netywell up and over safely. Mr. Grey Sky in second. Cornerstone Lad has joined Duo Doncaster for third position, but it's a hat-trick here for Netywell. Comes up towards the line, well clear. Second.
Grand little horse that. Up £7. So it'll be up against it tomorrow, but that one, the favourite. But that had won 2 in a row, 18. It's gone up £10 as well. But we'll have to take him on. We've won 3 times with them. So there's 2 bus horses. The nap of the day goes into 3 o'clock at Newbury. Heavy ground, soft in places, and it's Brentford Hope. I hope this goes out a bit in price. It's gone. He's 6 to 4 on that now, but it opened up 5 to 2 there this evening. I actually missed it, but it's a horse I've always liked. It used to be owned by Sean Mulryan, Ballymore, but its best run when it was with Richard Hughes was on soft ground. It won handy in Nottingham, I remember, in May in 2021. In the previous year, heavy ground as well. It won a handicap of 91. It hasn't encountered heavy ground with Harry Durham, and it has won 3 races. But the last day, we actually seen this race because I had picked Under Control, and it ran. Appalling would be a word.
In second
I think I've ever used that before.
Brentford Hope on the left is under control. Hansard is there, but Bad is going to have a length lead at the final flight. coming towards it now. Bad to Brentford Hope, nearest to us. Hansard on the right comes with the challenge. This trio are settling down to fight it out, and it's Bad who shows in front. Hansard with the white cap furthest from the stands. The dark cap of Brentford Hope nearest to the stands. Hansard it is who's got it up now, leads by about a 3 parts of a length over Bad in second position, running towards the line. Hansard will show us the winner. Second position.
That was the Jerry Fielding. This is a class drop. That was a class 1. This is a class 3. Big strong horse, loves heavy ground. As I said, it opened up 5-2. (13-8) with William Hill there now. Well, Merkel will settle down in the morning. Actually, a nice double, maybe double that with a horse in Gulfstream tomorrow night in the 8:17. The Devonna Dale Stakes, the Grade 2. A horse that we won with in the Breeders' Cup, just FYI, is a 6-4 fav. 2 6-4s is just slightly over 5-1, isn't it? Just slightly over 5-1 double. That'd be alright on a Saturday. This is in Santa Anita. Back a half a furlong won't be any harm to this horse, and it's 3 for 3 lifetime for the great Billy Mott. To the 7-1 shot that day.
Quarter of a mile to go, has run by Tamara. Tamara trying to dig deep, but it's just FYI the one to beat with a furlong left to go. In the center of the track, Candide is gathering serious momentum, and Jody's Pride is next. Just FYI, 2-length lead. Jody's Pride running a valiant one, and on the outside, Candide just FYI by a length close to home. Just FYI, and Junior Alvarado, undefeated champions. And
I had him mentioned that race as an each way selection, and I had Tamara in an Acume, or a 5-horse Acume. It let me down. The other 4 won. 2 64 shots. That Leslie's Rose had won an optional claimer, allowance claimer the last time or something. But if that's ready to rock for a grade 2, it should be going fairly close. The big race, the big handicap race tomorrow is the Moor Battle, and the winner of this, if it wins in Cheltenham, I think it's 60,000 of a bonus. There's several horses here. It says good to soft, but I was reading there a couple of things that the ground is going to be could be heavy here tomorrow. A few of these horses have been pulled out on account of heavy ground before. I think Under Control was one of them. I think Annie Herman Askin was one of them. One that will like the ground hawk deep is not one that's entered in Cheltenham, but I'm sure they always could throw in the few pound, what they call supplement. But Skycutter, this used to be with Phil Kirby on the flat, and it was quite good on the flat, and it won on soft ground. It won, I remember the day it won in Ripon of 89. It hosed up that day, soft ground, and when it was in France, it won on heavy ground as well. It won its maiden there. But it changed from Phil Kirby to Dan Skelton. There's a heap of money for the first day it ran. I think it was 11-2 into 11-8. It was second. There was only 2 horses in that race. No, it was 11-4 the last day. Yeah, they gave it a little educational run, I thought, then behind Lowry's Bear. But the last day, it was 11-2 to 11-4 in Carlisle. Now, it's different gravy tomorrow. but
He is coming
that's it there in
on the inside. Applaus is coming
in the
back
blue
for
with the
more.
red dots.
And then City Derby and Skycutter heading down towards the second last. It's Kingston Bridge, El Jefe. Applaus trying hard to the right, and that was the second last. El Jefe has travelled really well for Connor Rabbit. Here's Skycutter on the scene. Skycutter and El Jefe now the two taking over. They're being followed by Kingston Bridge. Geordie's Dream, given a patient ride by Brian Hughes, is also progressing, but Skycutter is trying to kick away, and on the flat, Skycutter's gone a few lengths clear. Geordie's Dream and El Jefe are the nearest pursuers. They're followed by Kingston Bridge, and then comes Pretending, and inside the last 100 yards, it is Skycutter for Team Skelton. Tristan Durrell aboard. Geordie's Dream's about 6 lengths down. This goes to Skycutter. Skycutter.
If we look at on the 10th of February, the going was soft to heavy in Newbury in the Betfair hurdle, and under control was taken out. Changed, the going had changed since declarations. So if this stayed good ground tomorrow, under control after the wind up and second to Ashroad Diamond, but I'm going on that the ground is supposed to be is going to be heavy tomorrow. I seen in the 14th of October last year, Andy Herman Askin was pulled out in Chepstow on account of the going as well. But he likes good to soft. He ran on soft ground in the Greatwood, you see, and didn't do any good. So if in the event that stays the same, good to soft, you'll know by the market, you know by the exchanges. I'm going on the ground being heavy now. Skycutter in each way bet. They're paying 5. They're paying 6 places. Some of them there. The Fountain of Youth is on tomorrow night. I didn't get a chance to pick out a horse in that. For the Ghoul lovers, there's 2 horses in Kempton tomorrow night. One we won on before and let us down the last day in Wolverhampton when it got a bad draw and a bad ride was Liseo, or Lizio, whichever you prefer. Tomato. It's a 15-8 shot, 7-4. It should turn the form around with Way of Life. And there's one in the 6:15. 6:15. I'm not going to put these up in the description, so anyone listening can decide themselves what you want to do. Is that Dayman? We backed him the last day, and it was a mile in Lingfield. But it's a course and distance winner at 7 furlongs. It's 74 now. And it won off 79 in Kempton before. It didn't stay at the mile the last day, and the time before it was desperate and lucky. It finished on the snaff and it couldn't get a run in Lingfield. It was third in 30th of December to McLean House at 33-1 that day, and McLean House has won again since. So it's an each way shot as well, I suppose, at 6-1, whatever. But there is a race in it at some point, but it's better in Kempton. They're not just as unlucky as in Kempton as in Lingfield. There's money there for Giant, it's gelding operation, and Oshie and Murphy are up all right, but anyway, you can decide among yourselves. Roscommon and Mayo tomorrow night in Castlebar. I don't know, will we turn up at all? We're 5-2 or 11-4 in a 2 horse. The bookies give us no chance at all, so I don't know if it's worth their while going at all. But we might turn up. You never know. Anyway, bash the bookies over and out.